Forget about the typical fishing stories and the one that got away, because we've gathered the most incredible and unusual catches that will show you what really lies beneath our waters. The magnet fishing expedition of this Queen's couple hooked something much more valuable, a mysterious safe lurking beneath the water's surface. Inside this waterlogged treasure chest lay bundles of $100 bills amounting to the incredible sum of $100,000, making it one of the largest magnet fishing finds in New York history. The most surprising thing is that since no crime could be linked to the discovery, the fortunate fishermen were allowed to keep their extraordinary catch, although they will need help from the Department of the Treasury to save the deteriorated bills. What started as a normal day of magnet fishing turned into a surprising discovery when these treasure hunters pulled an arsenal of modified weapons from the murky depths. The haul included a modified Glock pistol, a machete, and various ammunition, a find so concerning that even experienced police officers were astonished by its scope. This discovery not only removed the weapons from public access, but also provided potential evidence for investigations. On the French coast, some fishermen found a floating container that seemed to contain iPhones. The vital discovery turned out to be, instead, boxes of premium tobacco, which did not make their find any less valuable. When a 15-year-old magnet fisherman pulled a mysterious safe from the Witham River, he never expected to uncover a 22-year-old robbery mystery. Inside this muddy time capsule lay 2,500 Australian dollars, 1,578 American dollars, along with bank cards that expired in 2004, which connects this incredible find to the robbery of a businessman 2 decades ago. What makes this story truly moving is that the honest young discoverer and his father located the rightful owner to return this long-lost treasure. Wading through a fresh stream, this treasure hunter discovered something that revived history, a perfectly preserved early 19th century French military sabre. This extraordinary briquette sword, designed in 1767 and modified under Napoleon's command in 1801, represents an emblematic piece of the military might of Revolutionary France. While fishing for scallops off the coast of New Beauty Port, this captain caught something that wouldn't end up on the plate, a massive 12,000-year-old woolly mammoth tooth. This prehistoric treasure, measuring an impressive 28 centimeters and weighing 32 kilograms, represents one of the rarest catches ever made in New England waters. Even more fascinating is that university experts confirmed the authenticity of this ancient molar without even needing carbon dating, thanks to its distinctive features and the geological history of the area. What started as a typical day of magnet fishing turned into an extraordinary piece of military history when this fisherman pulled a mud-covered bolt-action rifle from World War II out of the depths. Although its wooden stock had deteriorated over decades underwater, this extraordinary weapon remained surprisingly intact. While fishing for peacock bass in the mighty Orinoco River of Venezuela, this fisherman hooked something that seemed more prehistoric, an incredibly rare albino Acanthicus hystrix. This extraordinary specimen, measuring almost 1 meter in length, stands out for its unique white coloration and its armor of sharp spines, similar to that of a dinosaur. This might be the first documented catch of an albino armored catfish, making it a truly once-in-a-lifetime discovery, which was fortunately released to continue its life. At 50 meters deep off Egypt's coast, divers found a lost city that had slept under the waves for over 1,200 years, the legendary Faunus Heraclea. Among the incredible findings were enormous statues preserved as if frozen in time, serving as silent sentinels of the glory of this once great city, Portuaria. This underwater treasure has found remains of 64 ancient ships and countless gold objects, making it one of the most important underwater archaeological discoveries in history. In the Congo River, this French fisherman transports a prehistoric creature, the legendary Goliath tigerfish. This river monster, which reaches a length of 1.33 meters and weighs more than 50 kilograms, was caught using a live-bait elephant fish during the evening run. This fearsome predator is considered one of the most powerful freshwater fish in Africa, capable of taking down prey of its own size. While magnet fishing in the canals of Amsterdam, some explorers made a discovery of 46 submerged safes. The largest one contained rare coins stolen from the Hortus Botanicus Gardens 2 decades ago. These copper coins, limited to 50 pieces when minted in 1982, were especially very valuable. Pakistani fishermen have made headlines with an astonishing catch, a colossal 11 meters whale shark weighing an incredible 7,000 kilograms. This gentle giant of the seas, discovered floating lifeless 145 kilometers from the coast, required 2 cranes just to remove it from the harbor. Although these magnificent creatures can live up to 70 years and grow even larger, this extraordinary specimen stands as one of the largest fishing catches ever recorded in Pakistani waters. When some fishermen from Gaza discovered ancient silver coins in their fishing nets, they had no idea they had found some of the rarest artifacts in numismatic history. Decadrams from the era of Alexander the Great, valued at over $100,000 each. This incredible treasure, which contained coins so rare that only 12 others had been officially documented worldwide, sadly slipped through the hands of its discoverers, who sold them for fewer dollars. The most heartbreaking thing is that these invaluable historical pieces, which could have transformed fishermen's lives and Gaza's cultural heritage, ended up scattered across international auction houses for huge profits. During a routine magnetic fishing in British waters, this seeker pulled out something completely unexpected, an ornate katana-style sword that seemed strangely out of place in English waters. The well-preserved blade, mysterious for its origin and how it ended up submerged, represents an intriguing cultural crossover that has perplexed even seasoned treasure hunters. This fishing boat holds in such a massive catch that it required special cranes just to lift it on board. With individual tuners weighing more than 450 kilograms each, the enormous net was brimming with various species of fish, creating a spectacular display of marine abundance that would make any commercial fishing operation in the area proud. In the murky waters of the Rhône in France, Yuri Grissendi caught what can only be described as a living river monster, a colossal catfish measuring 2.6 meters with an astonishing weight of 113 kilograms. The enormous fish, probably several decades old, demonstrates why the Rhône River has become legendary among trophy catfish hunters from around the world. Off the coast of Florida, this family's treasure hunting expedition found gold. Quite literally, by uncovering a cache of $1 million in Spanish colonial artifacts from ships lost 300 years ago. The incredible loot included 51 gold coins, 12 meters of ornate gold chain, and, most notably, a rare tricentennial royal coin valued at $500,000 on its own. This extraordinary discovery of the 1715 Spanish fleet shipwreck serves as a brilliant reminder of the immense riches that still lie hidden beneath the waves. This skilled fisherman managed to catch a marlin in crystal clear waters at just 2 meters deep, an almost unheard of feat for these deep water predators. Using nothing more than a spinning rod and bare hands, the professionals successfully captured this powerful fish. And after briefly admiring their catch, they released this majestic creature back to the sea. After 6 decades, under Lake Ontario, divers recovered a priceless piece of aviation history, one of the original test models from the legendary Avro program. This remarkable artifact, discovered resting at the lake's bottom since 1954, represents the grandfather of the delta wing design that revolutionized aviation development. It's one of the 3 original free flight models, from the CF-105 program, making it an irreplaceable piece of aerospace heritage. When these Magna fishermen explored the canals of New Orleans after Hurricane Francine, they pulled out much more than just waterlogged debris. They discovered a whole ATM, one safe containing casino vouchers worth $50,000. Using powerful images capable of lifting 1,600 kilograms, they not only solved a months-old robbery case, but also recovered crucial evidence for the local police. Additionally, their honest actions earned them a $400 reward from the grateful bar owners.
Okay.
Instead of catching a typical reef fish, this lucky fisherman caught one of the ocean's most peculiar creatures, a trumpetfish with its characteristic elongated body and tube-shaped snout. Next to an abandoned Ford Focus, these magnet fishermen pulled out a waterlogged leather bag that held an astonishing secret, a collection of gleaming jewels crafted from various precious metals. The mysterious circumstances of how such valuable objects ended up underwater only add to the intrigue of this extraordinary find. Using advanced fishing technology, this commercial vessel captured a creature, a giant squid, almost half the size of a human being. The impressive specimen, captured by modern fishing techniques, demonstrates why ancient sailors told stories of giant monsters lurking in the depths. The next fishing trip along the shore of a Russian river turned into an extraordinary paleontological discovery when these fishermen spotted some ancient bones on the shore. The well-preserved remains belonged to Homurainosaurus, a marine reptile that roamed these waters 165 million years ago and measured an impressive 6 meters in length, larger than today's great white shark. Now, this remarkable Jurassic specimen will provide more information about Earth's prehistoric past. At a research center. During winter fishing, these men discovered the unsettling remains of a significant piece of World War II history, fragments of a German Junkers bomber aircraft. Although time and salvage efforts had taken their toll, leaving only the wing sections, the visible burn marks on the remaining pieces suggest the aircraft's final moments. While at its resting place at the bottom of the lake, it preserved this aviation history. This fishing boat captured the true giant of the ocean, a massive bluefin tuna measuring 3 meters in length and weighing about 600 kilograms. The enormous size of these catches, which require specialized equipment to bring them on board, demonstrates why a bluefin tuna is one of the most coveted fish in the world. During a magnetic fishing in a canal of a Dutch city, these urban explorers pulled out something unexpected. Several ancient graves still preserving their original contents. Inside these finds was a collection of ancient coins preserved beneath the water surface for years.
Okay.
This commercial ship demonstrated the incredible scale of modern fishing operations when its nets hauled in a tuna catch so enormous that it completely filled its holds and the entire deck space. The enormous hull required careful management to accommodate the massive volume of fish, pushing the capacity of this ship to its limits. When a father and his daughter went fishing near Green Island, a sonar revealed something much larger than a fish. A mysterious shape beneath the waves. It turned out to be the George L. Newman, a huge 37 meters wooden barge that ran aground during the Great Peshtigo Fire in 1871. What makes this discovery truly extraordinary is that it remained perfectly preserved and intact for more than 150 years, making it one of only 14 historically documented shipwrecks. In the waters of Wisconsin, these fishermen caught a truly colossal Atlantic tarpon that measured 2.5 meters and weighed an astonishing 160 kilograms. The huge silver fish was so big that 2 skilled men had to work hard to bring it aboard. These Russian fishermen made the catch of their lives, but it wasn't fish they were hauling in. Instead, they found 160 liters of smuggled Japanese whiskey. The most intriguing part is that this catch likely came from smugglers who had too quickly abandoned their cargo, turning a fishing trip into an unforgettable story of buried treasures. The power of modern commercial fishing was demonstrated when this ship hauled in the nets and released a true cascade of fish onto the deck. The enormous catch completely filled the deck space as thousands of fish poured out of the net in an apparently endless stream. While fishing with a magnet in the Lanston River, this man pulled out an extraordinary piece of Michigan's automotive history, a 1914 license plate that is 110 years old. This extraordinary find dates back to the early days of automobile registration in Michigan, as the state had only started issuing license plates 4 years earlier in 1910. Now it is one of the earliest surviving examples of Michigan's automotive heritage. These ice fishermen faced an unusual challenge when they hooked a pike so enormous that it barely fit through their fishing hole. This 1-meter-long predator required some skills just to extract it from beneath the icy surface, creating a tense moment as they worked to achieve this impressive catch. This glimmer in shallow waters turned into an extraordinary discovery when this fisherman from Pennsylvania pulled a huge concretion of jewels wrapped in mud from the Lackawaxen River. After 10 hours of careful cleaning using window screens and toothbrushes, he revealed more than 40 pieces of jewelry, including a mysterious United States Navy ring. The most moving aspect of Fiasco is the discoverer's determination to return these precious objects to rightful owners, turning a fortunate discovery into a mission to reunite families with their lost treasures. In the Mekong River, some fishermen landed what would officially be recognized as the largest freshwater fish, a colossal freshwater stingray weighing 300 kilograms. This giant not only shattered existing records, but also provided scientists with an unprecedented opportunity to study these mysterious creatures. Additionally, the researchers were able to place an acoustic tag on this record specimen before releasing it, allowing them to track its movements through the depths of the river. During a magnet fishing trip, this explorer from Michigan made an unexpectedly modern catch, an electric scooter lurking beneath the surface. Of course, the battery no longer works, but at least now the environment is cleaner. This fisherman caught one of the most striking species of armored catfish, an exceptionally large golden pleco with its metallic patterns. These extraordinary fish, known for their armored scales and unique coloration, rarely reach such impressive sizes in the wild. These fishermen encountered a completely unexpected net, dozens of boxes and floated beer cans dragged out to sea by the recent floods. Now all they have to do is get the fish for the perfect catch combination. The net was so dense that it strained under the weight of their enormous catch. When this fishing boat hauled in its trawl net, the enormous volume of fish was unexpected, as countless fish poured onto the deck. During a fishing expedition in an urban magnet, this explorer made an unexpected catch, a complete shopping cart beneath the city's waters. The key is that removing large waste helps restore these urban rivers to their natural state. Using nothing more than basic fishing gear, this skilled fisherman demonstrated extraordinary success by catching one catfish after another on each catch. The astonishing regularity of his catches demonstrates that sometimes the simplest method can be the most effective on certain occasions. Near the coast of Waikiki, these fishermen stumbled upon something much more advanced than any fish. A classified bright yellow underwater drone from DARPA's secret manta ray program. Later it was confirmed that this mysterious autonomous vehicle designed for prolonged underwater operations was a prototype of TACMR Technologies. This accidental discovery was a rare glimpse into classified military technology being tested in Hawaiian waters. This commercial ship caught so much tuna that the crew barely had room to move on the deck. The hundreds of tons of bluefin tuna completely overwhelmed the storage capacity of the entire ship. During a magnet fishing expedition in the waters of Battle Creek, the explorers' magnet snagged on something much more fashionable than the usual debris, what appears to be an authentic Prada handbag with the wallet still inside. Apparently, this luxury find could be worth between $500 and $1,000 if fully authentic. Using advanced trawling technology, this commercial vessel hauled in a catch so massive it defies imagination. Hundreds of tons of shrimp in a single haul. The specialized weighted nets dragged through the water column demonstrated an incredible efficiency of modern fishing methods. After 2 hours of magnet fishing, this treasure hunter made his first coin discovery, a deteriorated bag full of countless coins. Although time and water had taken their toll on the container, the coins inside remained the perfect result of someone who long ago made a perpetual deposit in the water. 2 years after being lost at sea, these shipping containers and their valuable cargo, including complete American trucks, were finally discovered off the coast of Newcastle. This high-tech recovery operation reveals how long-lost cargoes in the ocean depths can be helped to recover. Surprisingly, these containers and their contents survived years submerged, waiting to complete their interrupted journey to their rightful owners. The routine expedition of this magnet fisherman took a serious turn when his magnet latched onto something more serious, a submerged military grenade. Despite being submerged for years, this artifact may still be active, making this discovery both historically significant and potentially explosive. While searching beneath a medieval bridge from the 14th century, these magnet fishermen pulled out something decidedly more unexpected: a complete foosball table. It turns out that even historic waterways can contain surprising pieces of modern life. In the historic canals of Utrecht, these magnet fishers retrieved the eroded remains of a submerged scooter, its chassis stripped of seats and wheels after years underwater. Although it has no historical significance, it represents one of the countless vehicles that mysteriously end up in Dutch waterways. The following discovery offers hope to anyone who has ever accidentally dropped their phone in water. Among the most typical finds of magnet fishing, this explorer pulled out a 21st century artifact, an iPhone, still lost in its waterproof case. This magnet hunter managed to recover a truly fascinating piece of domestic history, the metal part of an electric iron from the 1930s. This nearly century-old appliance offers a window into the history of how people managed their daily tasks in the era before World War II. At a depth of 5 meters in the sacred waters of Lake Titicaca, these people discovered an intact Inca offering box that had not been opened in more than 5 centuries. Inside this ancient stone container, they found a precious gold cylinder, one rare llama figurine made of spondylus shell, objects so valuable that they once led the Spanish conquistadors to desperate underwater searches. After centuries beneath the waters of the Dnipro, the lowering water level revealed an extraordinary maritime history. A 7-meter dugout canoe carved from a single oak trunk. This vessel, possibly 500 years old, likely belonged to the ancient Russian settlement that thrived on the island of Kristizia between the 10th and 14th centuries. Now, this rare find has been moved to conservation areas, where it will be restored with special chemical solutions to ensure its survival for future generations. During a violent storm, the anchor of this Filipino fisherman caught something much more valuable than a fish, the largest pearl in the world, weighing an impressive 34 kilograms and worth $100 million. The most incredible thing is that, without being aware of its astronomical value, he kept this unprecedented treasure under his bed as a simple good luck charm for more than a decade. It wasn't until a fire in his house forced him to move that this valuable discovery extracted from a giant clam was finally revealed to the astonished tourism officials. Diving off the coast of Venice, an amateur fossil hunter discovered an incredible piece of prehistoric America, a 2-meter mastodon tusk. This extraordinary relic from the Ice Age, which could date back more than 10,000 million years, was found preserved on the seabed near Minnesota Beach, where ancient mastodons once roamed on dry land, extending between 80 to 97 kilometers in what is now the Gulf of Mexico. Now he hopes to preserve this extraordinary find as a family heirloom. These Florida divers found historic gold when they discovered a treasure of 350 Spanish coins valued at the astonishing amount of $45 million from a 300-year-old shipwreck. Among these gleaming artifacts were 9 extraordinary reels specially minted for King Felipe of Spain, each valued at $300,000 and part of an estimated total of $400 million in even more specific treasure scattered across the ocean floor. This find, recovered from one of the 11 Spanish ships that sank in 1715 while traveling from Havana to Spain, represents only a fraction of the historical wealth waiting to be discovered beneath the waves. In a surprising turn of events, the divers discovered an overturned passenger catamaran in the Black Sea. The vessel, which was carrying 55 passengers before its dramatic capsizing, was brought up from the depths to investigate the mysterious circumstances of its sinking. Even more intriguing was the revelation that the captain who fled the scene was operating without the proper license, although fortunately all the passengers emerged unscathed from the catamaran. Instead of their usual catch, 35 Yemeni fishermen stumbled upon a floating whale carcass that contained in its belly a treasure valued at $15 million. The precious find turned out to be ambergris, a rare substance produced by only 1 to 5% of whales, which sells for the astonishing amount of $50,000 per kilo and is highly coveted by the perfume industry. This floating gold, as it is known in the maritime world, transformed the lives of these humble fishermen and proved that sometimes the most valuable catches are not fish at all. Imagine going fishing and instead of catching fish, discovering a Toyota Land Cruiser lurking beneath the surface of a river in Tatarstan. The mysterious SUV was found just meters from the shore, partially hidden among the reeds, with water flowing through its open windows. The mystery of how such an expensive vehicle ended up in the river and who its owner might be only adds to the intrigue of this unusual discovery. These fishermen were astonished to discover a Sky-Doo Summit snowmobile that had been mysteriously deposited by the waves. The discovery turned out to be even more intriguing, as there were no traces of its owner, which left the searchers baffled. When a local dam lowered its water levels, the fishermen were astonished to see a mysterious wheel revealing a perfectly preserved dimmer motorcycle from the Soviet era. This find from the USSR era came complete with passenger seats and reverse gear. But incredibly, after drying the ignition system, the fishermen were amazed to see sparks of light. This fishing boat picked up something that left even the most experienced fishermen scratching their heads. A bright orange biological entity, unlike anything they had seen before. The mysterious creature caught in their nets looked so strange that it made the entire crew marvel at its otherworldly appearance. Even the ship's bosun, who had seen countless strange creatures in the waters of the northern Pacific, declared that this catch was truly unique, which added to the mystery of what lurks in the depths of the ocean. During a magnet fishing expedition in the Moskva River, these explorers uncovered a dark piece of criminal history from the 90s, a submerged bag full of weapons and ammunition. This underwater discovery, likely related to the Russian criminal era, required the immediate intervention of the police. After 27 years of fishing, a fisherman encountered his strangest sight yet. What appeared to be a huge balloon floating 3 meters above the Norwegian Sea. This object was a 15 meters dead humpback whale, about 40 tons, grotesquely inflated by decomposition gases. Fortunately, The experienced fisherman kept his distance, as he knew that whale carcasses can explode at any moment. The excitement of this magnet fisherman when he pulled out a silk bag containing a wallet quickly changed focus when he discovered what had truly attracted his magnet, which was a set of rusty keys inside. And it was the final catch of the day. Don't forget to leave a comment and tell us about your most unusual catch. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you in the upcoming videos. Goodbye.